acknowledge that we occupy the traditional lands of the coastal Shawamis people, specifically the Duwamish tribe, a people that are still here today, continuing to honor and bring light into the ancestral heritage. Without them, we would not have access to this gathering, to this dialogue and learning space. We ask that you take this opportunity to thank the original caretakers of this land that are still here today. On this day, February 19th, our college will join the Seattle colleges and others across the nation to commemorate the Day of Remembrance and recognize the more than 120,000 Japanese Americans who were forcibly removed from their home, uprooted from their communities, and held in internment camps during the World War II. At this time, I would like to introduce North Seattle College's president, Dr. Warren Brown, to share a welcome on behalf of North Seattle College.
Good morning. My name is Warren Brown. I'm the president of North Seattle College. And on behalf of the students and the employees at North Seattle College and the Seattle College District, which includes South Seattle College, Seattle Central, and Seattle Vocational Institution, I'd like to welcome you here to our campus today. I'm really thrilled to host this event and really honored that North Seattle College and the Seattle College District is a partner with the City of Seattle and the Seattle Public Schools for the extraordinary Seattle Promise program. Yes. So for you history buffs out there, North Seattle College opened its doors in 1970. Since then, we've served nearly 500,000 students. We're rooted in the history of Seattle, and also we look at the history of the state of Washington. In fact, in this very room that you are now seated, we hosted the 1972 gubernatorial debate between the then governor, Dan Evans, and his challenger, who was former governor, Al Rossellini. Dan Evans actually credits this debate with swinging the polls in his favor thereafter. So a little information for you political scientists out there. North Seattle College and the Seattle College District exist to provide open access education for every student. Our college and our district have evolved since we first opened our doors. We've evolved to meet the challenging and the changing needs of our students and of our region. We've launched successful Bachelor's of Applied Science programs, including our Early Childhood Education Baccalaureate program, which was created to meet the growing need in our city for trained early childhood education teachers, and actually is a demonstration of a partnership between North Seattle College and the City of Seattle's Department of Education and Early Learning. We've partnered with industry leaders to develop career training programs that move students into livable wage jobs, and we've partnered with four-year universities and other community colleges to ensure that we have innovative pathways and programs for our students. Our change and the progress have all been rooted in the belief that education transforms lives. We see this transformation every day at North, and now, as we approach our 50th anniversary, I'm really excited to see the transformations that will occur over the next 50 years. But I know that all this would not happen without the support of you in the audience and for numerous individuals, including our Seattle College's Board of Trustees. Thank you for your support. Our Chancellor Sean Pan, thank you. And also members of the Seattle Public Schools, including the Superintendent Juneau, who I know is here, and the Seattle City Council, including our favorite D5 representative, Deborah Juarez, who you can hear already cheering backstage about District 5. She's just a great partner for North Seattle College and for higher education in this area. And of course, our Mayor, Jenny Durkan. Thank you for your support. So not only does your support mean a lot to the college, but your commitment to our students and their future and the future of the City of Seattle matters. And I want to thank you all and welcome all of you to North Seattle College. Thank you.
Everybody. Woo! Come on, you can do better than that. Come on, good morning. Thank you. I just came in from D.C., and I was going to say, boy, are my arms tired, but that's lame. I have a speech that I have to say some things, but I want to say one thing. I'm so glad I'm back home. We were in D.C. for 4 days, and everyone there is just sad and mad. So, welcome to District 5, where we are fiercely optimistic about our great city and our great neighborhoods and our community. We are honored to have Mayor Durkan come to great D5 to deliver the State of the City address. D5 is a thriving, growing community, believe this or not, of over 100,000 people that live, work, play, go to school, or receive medical care, and use public transit. As you know, we got 2 light rail stations coming online. North Seattle College is one of our best educational institutions, and believe it or not, we have 14,000 students that attend here. We have outstanding schools. We have 2 high schools, Nathan Hale and Ingram. We have 2 middle schools, Jane Addams and Bob Eaglestaff, who Bob was a good friend of mine, and 11 elementary schools. We have 3 public libraries, including our new remodeled Lake City Library. That would be Bitter Lake, Northgate, and Lake City. And we have Northwest Hospital with well over 2,000 employees. We have Northgate Mall with 2,000 employees. And we have Thornton Place, and it is growing. D5 will be welcoming soon our light rail hub at Northgate in 2021. Thank you, Sound Transit. Where's Mr. Rogoff? We also have our light rail coming in at 1:30. I'm hoping it'll come in early, Mr. Rogoff. I ain't letting up on that. We have the Thornton Creek Community Bridge, providing safe passage over 10 lanes of I-5. We are going to connect east and west. Thank you. That is our new Thornton Creek Community Bridge, connecting North Seattle College with Northgate Mall, where we will have light rail, and we are so excited. We have additional affordable housing on both sides of I-5 in the neighborhoods that are growing, Holler Lake, Bitter Lake, Lake City, Northgate. And we have a new Lake City Community Center coming online. Thank you, Mayor Durkan and Seattle City Council. And thanks to the work of City Council, myself, and Mayor Durkan, will be welcoming an $80 million facility for our new NHL team at Northgate Mall. Yay! Quick poll here. The mayor wants to call the NHL team the Krakens. I don't think that's a good name. I think it should be the Steelheads or the Sockeyes. What do you guys think, right? Thank you. Sorry, Mayor. As I said, it is a pleasure to have the mayor here in D5. Mayor Durkan has led the creation of the city's Promise program, which is free college for high school graduates. And as you've heard, and I've heard from Dr. Warren, president of North Seattle College, the program has been very successful. We're also pursuing an apprenticeship program in the building and trades here at North Seattle that will complement the Promise program. And I want to thank my colleagues at Seattle City Council, because during budget, they are the ones that passed unanimously for the money to do the study, for the feasibility study, so we can have not just traditional college courses and degrees, but apprenticeship programs that teach people how to build things and provide living family wage jobs. So thank you, City Council and my colleagues. But wait, there's more, and then I'll wrap it up. D5 is a growing community, and we want to accommodate that growth. We have more goals. We are keenly focused on transit-oriented childcare at both light rail stations, student housing here at North Seattle College, over 300 units, more housing density where it's needed the most, services for those in our community who are in the greatest need. We now just came online last year, our second food bank at Bitter Lake. We will continue to promote a healthy environment through our parks, trails, and access to the great outdoors. And of course, our number one issue, which will never go away, is sidewalks, sidewalks, sidewalks. We didn't have to worry about shoveling our sidewalks because we don't have them. So we look forward to working with Mayor Durkan on these many citywide priorities in the coming year. And with that, let's give a warm welcome to Mayor Jenny Durkan up in the D5. Woo! Sorry. Oh, I did not read the run of show. Sorry, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. It was for you. I'm so sorry. I got all excited. Just go ahead. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jeanette Leon Robles. I graduated from Ingram High School. I am now proudly part of Seattle Promise program. The Seattle Promise program is a great opportunity for anyone, Reason being, you get 2 free years to begin your career path without worrying about student loans or money for that matter. This program has given me the opportunity to be part of a great work-study position in Northgate Elementary School. I'm currently working with kids, helping them learn English and the society of school. I'm on the road to hopefully becoming an elementary school teacher with this opportunity I have given. I want to thank Seattle Promise and all the help this program has given me. And now I'm honored to present you our first female mayor since 1920, Jenny Durkan.
You did great. You did so great. Jeanette, thank you. That was great. Thank you so much, Council President Harrell, members of the City Council, cabinet members, fellow elected officials, veterans, community leaders, members of the clergy, and my family and friends. And also a special thank you to the North Seattle College students and staff who are here. Good afternoon. Now, you did better than that for the warm-up act, Deborah Juarez. Good afternoon. Now we're talking. I am so honored to be with you for my second State of the City address, and I am so happy to be here at North Seattle College. This is a really exciting time for the college and for the whole Northgate community. At this incredible institution, access to education is empowering Seattleites of every age and every background. Here, we're creating a bridge to opportunity. And soon, as Deborah Juarez mentioned, we'll have a real bridge, a pedestrian bridge that will connect you with even more. The new home of hockey in Seattle, the Kraken. There is no such thing as a fierce fish. A new Link light rail station, more affordable housing. Northgate reflects and is its own epicenter of a better future for our city and for our entire region. So I want to thank Chancellor Pan, President Brown, and the entire staff and the students for hosting us here today. Councilmember Juarez, I want to thank you for the introduction and thank you for having us here in your beloved District 5. Yeah, I was really tempted to call the speech live in D5, but I heard you have that copyrighted. I would also like to pause for a moment and acknowledge the council members who are not seeking re-election, including council members Harrell, Bagshaw, O'Brien, and Johnson. And I know there's moments, Councilmember Herbold, when you think that you want to be on that list. But I want to thank all those council members for all you've done to make Seattle a better and more just city. I'm here today because getting out of City Hall, frankly, is the only way and the best way to do this job. I have learned so much from the hundreds of meetings in communities this last year, from the round tables with young people in South Park and Rainier Beach and Lake City Way, to community meetings in Capitol Hill, Ballard, in the Central District, or just touring small businesses in Hillman City and Georgetown, West Seattle. And those are just the official meetings. I often get those pop-up talk to the mayor events anywhere I go, even on date nights. Sorry, Dana. But I have loved meeting Seattleites of every age and background in every corner of this city. Like the little girls whose eyes lit up when their parents explained that, yes, I'm the mayor. And that, yes, here in Seattle, girls can be mayors too. And sometimes that amazes even the little boys. Like that one little boy, man, whose face turned very serious when his parents told him who I was. And he asked, can boys be mayors too? And I said, of course. In Seattle, everyone should have the chance to be mayor. Not for a while, but everyone.
The thing I know for sure is Seattle, we have great people. Everywhere I go, people ask, how can I help? What can I do to make the community better? And in the last 6 weeks, we have seen that close up. We faced the longest major highway closure in our region that we've ever seen. We asked people to step up, and they responded. They got out of their cars and onto transit, bikes, walking, water taxis, light rail. They worked from home for weeks, and it made a huge difference. And then right after that, we faced the snowiest month in Seattle in over 50 years. So we stuck together. We checked on our neighbors. We shoveled our neighbors' sidewalks. Then we went to the local schools and we shoveled them out too. Together with our partners in the community and at the county, we stood up emergency shelters and brought hundreds of people living outside, unsheltered, inside where it was warm and welcoming. Across the city, so many individuals worked long hours to create not just shelters, but warm, safe, and affirming places. I want to thank all the workers and volunteers at our shelters. People like Lori Reddy, who I was lucky enough to meet when I went to the emergency shelter at Bitter Lake Community Center. Lori is a first grade teacher, God bless her, at the Broadview Thompson School. But when school was canceled, Lori didn't take a day off. She headed to help people at the emergency shelter at Bitter Lake. She cooked meals, organized donations, helped families, sat and talked to people, basically did whatever was needed. And our city employees and first responders, they worked around the clock too. Pat Ehrlicher, who's from the Seattle Department of Transportation. Pat's one of our heavy truck drivers. He and his team worked from noon to midnight every day of the storm, plowing our roads. And when there were breaks in the storms, he found other ways to help. Lance Myers and Ray Bernardez, they work at Seattle Parks and Rec. During the storms, they jumped to drive a plow on Beacon Hill. Lance worked through the night, and Ray jumped in the morning, all to make sure that Beacon Avenue was clear so people could get to the VA hospital and to Jefferson Community Center. I also want to recognize the efforts of our navigation team, who literally saved lives the last 2 weeks. Jackie St. Louis and Christina Corpy are two of our navigation team leaders who worked closely with Seattle police officers Eric Zur, Kyle Knox, and Jimmy Stewart. Our navigation team did double duty during the storms. During the day, they helped us get the emergency shelters set up and running so more people could have safe places. And at night, they spent the night outside in the freezing weather, snow and ice, reaching out to help people get inside and then transporting them to the shelter. Each of them worked around the clock, sometimes sleeping on the floor of their offices for just a few hours and then back at it again until the next day. Our navigation team did wellness checks and offered blankets, coats, and other things to nearly 700 people, and were able to bring 200 or more people inside to a warmer place to sleep. Many of the members of the navigation team are here today, as are the other city workers. I hope they could please stand for a moment. Thanks to you and all the first responders for your work. And also thank you to all those people who are living outside, who themselves built better community during these storms, looked after each other, took care of each other. Thank you for all you've done to try to do that for yourselves as well. But all year long, our city employees are showing up to work and ask how can they make Seattle a better place to work, to visit, and to play. They help us get government right. So to all city employees and to my cabinet, particularly those who shared a shovel, thank you. I know that we expect a lot of you, and you have worked hard, not just over the last 6 weeks, but all year long, and I am very grateful. I know you'll continue to deliver for the people of Seattle, to help get government right, and to deliver on those basic city services that everybody needs. Now, I know the last 6 weeks have not been easy. It was particularly hard on our differently abled neighbors and our seniors who already face daily challenges with mobility. For too many people in Seattle, getting around on our sidewalks and our bus stops was just too hard. And many of our small businesses really faced a tough time. We are already working as a city to see how we can do better on every front. But from the Seattle squeeze to the big freeze, it was challenging. But Seattle rose to the occasion. So let's not make this a moment. Let's keep doing those things that made us be better. So I can say today that the state of our city is strong and resilient. Yes, we have great challenges ahead, but we have even greater people. And because of our people, Seattle has always been on the leading edge of innovation. A place where people imagine a better way and then invent it, and then make it a reality in people's lives. The $15 minimum wage, airplanes and online travel, stem cell transplants, and strategies to end global diseases, personal computers, and almost anything that can be ordered on them. So much more. Seattle, we have always invented the future. And that's what I want to discuss today, how together we can build a city of the future. We have a generational opportunity to intentionally choose what kind of city we want to be 50 years from now. Because today, Seattle is at a turning point. We are quite literally under construction. And now, in that moment of time, we can build the city we want. We must remember that real progress advances our common humanity. And our social compact is strongest when it's built on mutual dreams and aspirations, when we all strive towards a shared vision of what is possible. And from listening to Seattle this last year, I believe we have that shared vision. We have a vision for a city that is diverse and continues to beckon and welcome newcomers, but that also protects against gentrification and displacement and makes it possible for families to stay in Seattle. A city that builds an economy that actually benefits workers and provides protections, wages, benefits, and the housing they deserve. A city where we build true economic opportunity. A city where your zip code or the color of your skin does not set your destiny. Where we act boldly and creatively to prevent homelessness and to house and support the people who are experiencing it. Where the policies built on truth that public safety cannot exist without equity and justice. A city that's connected from walking to biking to bus service, and yes, light rail. Yeah, Peter, light rail. With great public spaces, marvelous parks, and lots of green. Today, we can celebrate that we took some big steps together in the last year towards a more just and equitable future, like $710 million committed to affordable housing, the largest shelter increase in our city's history. Free college for our young people. Free transit passes for 14,000 students. And a domestic workers' Bill of Rights. And together, despite the challenges we face, we can continue to make big steps and chart a path together towards realizing that city of the future we all want. Let's talk first about how a city of the future acts to address affordable housing and the homelessness crisis. Let's call this what it is. It's a moral challenge. In the last year, though, we continued our urgent action to take on this challenge. Since I've taken office, we have invested over $710 million together with our partners in affordable housing. $710 million. We've added 360 permanent new affordable homes and are on track to add 3,600 more by 2022. The city is doing more than ever to help our neighbors who are living unsheltered. And we've created greater accountability, helped more people, and ensured we do more with our resources. In 2018 alone, the city served more than 25,000 households experiencing homelessness. In 2018, we helped more than 7,400 households move out of homelessness and into permanent housing, a 30% increase over 2017. And we've made investments in our 24/7 shelters that show more people moving out of homelessness than basic shelters ever have. We delivered on a historic 25% expansion of our city shelter space, opening more than 500 new safe places in Seattle. And we know those safer places have helped create and are changing lives. I want to tell you a story about one of those places. Bailey Boucher House opened in 1992. It was a time of great despair, and it was a ray of hope. The AIDS epidemic was in full force, and most of those AIDS patients were gay men. Bailey Boucher grew out of this human crisis, providing an oasis of caring. In the crisis of homelessness we face today, it's done it again. About 1/3 of the people in the outpatient programs at Bailey Boucher experience homelessness. After 4 p.m., they have to find somewhere else to go. One of their own clients and their executive director had an idea. Why can't we be a 24/7 place? So November, as part of our work to create those 500 new safer places, the city helped Bailey Boucher open a 50-bed shelter for our neighbors living with HIV. The first of its kind in the country. And having that safer, stable place is actually moving people to their own home, including the person whose idea it was. That's the kind of city we can be. Stories like that show what we can do when we deal with each other based on our common humanity. That's what's best about Seattle. While continuing our urgent action to the crisis on the streets, we also took steps to address the fractured, siloed approach of homelessness in our region that has persisted for far, far, far too long. After years of talk, we finally took steps towards what our region needs. One unified system that has the governance, the authority, and the resources to prevent homelessness and to deliver for people experiencing homelessness. Our system has been fractured far too long. I know we have a lot more work to unify our system, but we've laid a foundation that will better serve the people we all want to help. Imagine authority, responsibility, and resources under one roof, rowing in the same direction, and actually centering their work on the lives and voices of those people being served. That's what we need to do. But unified services and better behavioral health options are just part of the solution. We need more affordable housing. We need more housing for our low-income neighbors or people experiencing homelessness. We also need more affordable housing for middle-income Seattleites, many who have raised their kids here, but now see a city where those kids can't afford to live. We want people who work in Seattle to be able to afford to live in Seattle. This year, our city will rethink and double down on our efforts to create more affordable housing for all families in Seattle. We will pass the mandatory housing affordability. Councilmember Johnson, right? And continue to improve it to ensure our fastest growing neighborhoods can be vibrant, livable spaces for the next generation. We will continue to be creative and leverage our tens of millions of dollars in new affordable housing investments, including moving forward on redeveloping Fort Lawton to create housing opportunities for low-income seniors, veterans, and families. We will streamline and re-examine our entire city real estate portfolio and look for affordable housing opportunities. Working with nonprofits, businesses, community leaders, and philanthropy, we will push to create more housing for middle-income Seattle. Because too many of our workers, including our city employees, our nurses, our teachers, our firefighters, and police officers, they're getting priced out of this great city, and we have to stop that. We must do more to address displacement and gentrification. As our city has grown, we have seen far too many communities of color being pushed out of their homes in places like Rainier Beach and the Central District, Beacon Hill, and Chinatown International District. It's why we're expanding our work with communities to address this through unprecedented investments in community-based projects like Africa Town, the Filipino Community Center, the Ethiopian Community Center, the United Indians of All Tribes, and the Duwamish Valley Affordable Housing Coalition. You can clap for those people. They're working hard. Other families, and particularly retirees, are finding it almost impossible to keep their home in this city. This week, I will sign an executive order to refocus our strategies to prevent displacement and gentrification. Because as we create new opportunities in every part of this city, we have to make sure there's a mix of housing units from deeply affordable to market rate, while creating more affordable spaces for small business, community organizations, and artists. Everyone has to be welcome in every part of our city. We will continue to act together with a sense of urgency to meet this moral challenge. Our city of the future must be one where people have access to opportunity and jobs. We should all be proud of what we did last year together to make those connections possible. On my first day in office in 2017, we created the Seattle Promise College Tuition Program to expand the one-year pilot at South College. When I took office, there were 135 students that were enrolled in that program at South Seattle College. For the next school year, we will have more than 520 students who've applied to be part of Seattle Promise. And thanks to Seattle voters and our partnership with the Seattle Public Schools, every Seattle Public High School student has the promise of 2 years free college. Yeah. We have a number of those promise students in the house today, so I want to give them a round of applause. I just love thinking about the impact that these students are going to have on the Seattle of the future. One of them was going to be the next great innovator on climate change, or curing diseases, or empowering community, sitting right there in our Promise classroom. And for any student watching, I want you to know you have until Friday to apply to be a Seattle Promise Scholar. Friday, please apply. In March, I will be sending down our plan to execute on the Families Education Preschool and Promise Levy to fully realize that expansion. Quality preschool for 1,700 kids. That's amazing. And working to close that opportunity gap for all our K through 12 students and helping those elementary school teachers, thank you, Seattle. On Thursday, in partnership with the Seattle colleges, we will also be announcing the availability of a new Seattle Promise Equity Scholarship. Because tuition is not the only barrier to college. This program will allow many income-eligible 13th and 14th year Promise students to receive resources for things like books, childcare, and food. So with Seattle Promise, we're building bridges to college. We also need to build bridges to jobs. This spring, we will launch a new program that will give Seattle Promise students the chance for pre-apprenticeship programs with our trades and summer internship training with our top area companies and trade groups. Together as a city, we will create a path to real family wage jobs and call it the Opportunity Promise. Already, labor unions and employers are stepping up. If you haven't, I'm going to be calling. Because we all benefit when Seattle kids get the opportunity to be world-class workers. A city of the future is a place that is safe, equitable, and just. You know, on that front, we've made progress too. Together with the leadership of Councilmember Lorena Gonzalez, we passed a new gun safety law that requires gun owners to responsibly store their weapons so they don't fall into the wrong hands. You know, it went into effect last Wednesday, and it will protect children, prevent suicides, and help stop the flow of stolen guns that are used in crimes. And yes, to do that together, we faced and beat the NRA in court. So here's a tip for the corporate gun lobby. Do not try to tell Seattle how we should protect our communities. You will lose. To help right the wrongs of the failed war on drugs, City Attorney Pete Holmes and I moved to have the Seattle Municipal Court vacate convictions and arrests for misdemeanor marijuana possession. And we vacated old warrants for low-level, nonviolent offenses. And to advance public safety and continue reform at the Seattle Police Department, we negotiated a fair contract for our officers that keeps our residents and neighborhoods and businesses safe and makes sure that we cannot go backwards on reform. And I want to acknowledge another person in the House, our incredible leader, Chief of Police Carmen Best. There is no one more committed to a safe and just community than Carmen Best. Thank you, Chief Best. We also advanced economic justice for our most vulnerable workers, working with Council Member Teresa Mosqueda, labor leaders, workers, employers, and others. Together, we passed and signed into law a Domestic Workers' Bill of Rights. Now those workers have the protections that they deserve. We also did more to support our own city colleagues and create a better, safer workplace in the city by combating harassment and discrimination and creating the Office of the Ombud and making sure that everyone knew our workplace expectations would be founded on respect. Thank you for your work in that, council members. To help protect our immigrant and refugee neighbors, we told the federal government, again, that they do not get to turn our local law enforcement into immigration cops. And they do not get free and unlimited access to city records and city workplaces. We will continue to protect our neighbors. One area where we need to stand up and do more is preparing for the 2020 census. There's a lot at stake for Seattle in the next census. A census count determines everything from how many congressional seats you get to how much federal taxes come back to you for things that the community needs. Contrary to what this president thinks, in Seattle, we know that everyone counts and everyone should be counted. And we're working with grassroots organizers and community leaders to make sure our residents feel safe and have the resources and information they deserve to participate in the census. In short, to create that city of the future, we must commit to furthering equity and to making real our promise of race and social justice. This year, we will move ahead on some incredible public and private projects that will change the face of this city. These projects and how we build them must be guided by our vision and shared value of equity and community. Just look at our waterfront. Yeah, inch by inch, we are finally taking that viaduct down. And as each inch gets knocked down, we are reconnecting our city to its heart, the Puget Sound. By this summer, the viaduct will be gone, and we will have opened up the space to create a 20-acre park right on our front porch for everybody who calls Seattle home. It is going to be magnificent. When we build this, we must also remember we have to protect our working port, our industrial and maritime lands, and the tens of thousands of good family wage jobs that they support. Then there's the rebirth of Seattle Center and a new world-class arena, the home to our 3-time, soon-to-be 4-time Seattle Storm champions. A home for the Krakens. And yes, I want our Sonics back. It'll be an arena where the best artists play, including our own Grammy winner, Brandi Carlile. But these wonderful public spaces and more equitable neighborhoods we're building have to be connected with a world-class transit system and where neighbors can walk and bike. And that transit must be affordable and reliable. Because we need transit to meet our climate goals and because it makes people's lives better. It's what gets people to jobs, schools, training, to visit friends, and it helps manage congestion all across our city. That's the idea that guided us over the last 12 months. Working with King County Metro, my budget increased the city's investment in services by 30% to help people have more options to get around and access to transit hubs. We made our bike share pilot program permanent. We acted to give young people a passport to their city, a free ORCA card for our ORCA Opportunity Program. Thanks to the work together, over 14,000 high school students, middle school students, and Seattle Promise scholars now have that passport to their city. ORCA Pass is amazing. But we can do more. We will expedite bringing light rail stations to Ballard and West Seattle. And this spring, we will expand our first last-mile shuttle, not just in West Seattle, but bring it to South Seattle, so more people can be connected to transit. We also have the chance to connect communities with a unified streetcar. And that's why I look forward to working with you, council members and stakeholders, to see how we address our current construction and operating cost challenges and how we move forward on our next generation transit. This year, we will make it safer to walk and bike in Seattle. And we will continue to deliver on the much-needed safety improvements in key corridors like Rainier Avenue. And later this spring, we will finalize and update the bike and pedestrian plans and help connect even more people to transit and to increase connections for those who walk and bike. And across this city, we have got to add more red bus lanes, upgrade our bus stops, and improve traffic signals to keep our buses moving. This is going to be very important because while we made it through the viaduct closure, the Seattle squeeze is not done. The next phase is coming. Soon, all the buses are coming out of the downtown transit tunnel. Forever. Each day and every afternoon commute, there will be hundreds of buses an hour on our downtown streets. And we have to keep them moving. And finally, we are going to do more to open up access to transit and open our city to more of our most vulnerable neighbors. Building on the success of the ORCA Opportunity Program for students, I can tell you this summer, we will launch a new program with Seattle Housing Authority and King County Metro to give more than 1,500 low-income residents an unlimited year-round ORCA card. So more people can have a passport to their city. Now, 21st century mobility does more than just connect people with jobs and opportunity. It also helps us fight climate change and advance environmental justice. We want to reduce reliance on cars as much as possible, and we will continue to develop plans to reduce congestion and make our downtown core a healthier place for all. But we also want to replace carbon and move aggressively to electric cars and buses. This week, I will send legislation to the City Council to require all new buildings in Seattle to provide charging infrastructure for electric vehicles. If we are going to have more electric cars in Seattle and reduce our climate pollution, then we need accessible and equitably available electric charging. Our clean energy future must include people, not exclude them. Our city of the future must have welcoming public spaces connected with world-class transportation. So together, progress on all these fronts will help us realize our shared vision of building that city of the future. This is what our progress together looks like. More affordable housing in every part of the city, and meaningful progress on homelessness. Creating true economic opportunity for young people and for all workers who continue to make us that city that invents the future. Advancing public safety, justice, and equity as we continue to dismantle institutional racism and all the bigotry that is a barrier to social justice. We will build civic treasures, public spaces, and more green parks that everyone can enjoy, especially the next generation, and connecting all of it with world-class transit and other safe transportation choices. We can put all these ideas, big and small, into action to help people. That's what building a city of the future is all about. And just imagine for a moment what it might look like in just 5 years for students here at North Seattle College. They may be the first in their family to go to college because of the Seattle Promise program. They live in every neighborhood in the city. They have affordable housing and are able to get to class using their free Orca card. When they're done, they can go cross the street, it's a street now, hop on light rail, and head down to start their new Opportunity Promise internship. After work, maybe they'll meet up with some friends and watch the sunset at the new waterfront. Maybe they'll go to Dick's or go to the new arena. Think about a city where all that is possible. That's where we're headed. That's where we have to go. So council members, I hope you can help take us there. I don't pretend for a moment that our challenges are easy, but I know in my bones it is the right thing to do. And I know together, we can keep building that city of the future. Thank you so very much. Thank you for all your work.